it's not okay with recording, you can just leave the meeting. That's a message from our sponsor. Okay, so yeah, I see that we are overwhelmed, and we are not just overwhelmed, but the amount of things that we need to learn, which is a lot. It's sales, it's marketing, it's your accounting, it's just, figuring out your offers. Like, it's a shitload of things, but also by the things that we kind of know how to do, but it's just a lot of them. And one of them is following up with people. If we do organic marketing, we got to keep reaching out to people. You got to keep a track of them. And this is what Follow-Up Franny is for. And I will show you Follow-Up Franny in a little bit more details than last week, if somebody was at my workshop last week, today. But also the second thing is basically keeping up with your to-do lists. And I want to show you two things today. By the way, who was here? Who was at the workshop last week that I did in We Meet Wednesdays? Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And who here already uses Follow-Up Franny? If you could put that in the chat, maybe. Okay, Kathy, yes. Brita, yes. JKN, I know you have her. I don't know if you've been able to touch there yet. Right. Okay, so there's a couple of Follow-Up Franny users. So that's awesome. It's my system for follow-up in Trello. And the second thing I'm going to show you is how you can manage your client projects. So when we get new clients, sometimes we have a lot of things to do, and it's as far as onboarding goes. So if you're a coach, for instance, you need to onboard your clients, and that involves a couple of tasks. And then you start working with them. Let's say you are a social media manager and you wanna there's certain things that you need to do with clients for every project, right? So I'm going to show you a different thing from Follow-Up Franny that I did in Trello, just to show you the Trello magic, because Trello is, I believe, like it could be like your central piece in business, until of course you are paying for like super duper tools, which are never an all-in-one software, by the way. They never are. I would probably still, if I was a billionaire, I would fucking still use Trello. I would still use Trello, probably. Seriously, it's amazing. So because it can be attached to many things, and it's also awesome. Right, who here is a Trello user? Show me in the chat, maybe. The reason I want this in the chat is because not everybody can be seen on camera. Like we can see, I don't know how many cameras you can see. I see like 9 people, and the rest is just not seen. Right, Erin says, CT, Trisha, Kristen, Lori, yes. Leslie, yes. Basic, but no idea. Okay, awesome. Haven't used it yet. Notion, yes. Notion is different. It allows you to do things, but not as well as Trello. I mean, I am a Trello lover, so let's get into it. So I'm going to show my screen now, and I don't know which one to show you first. I want to show you Follow-Up Franny, I think. Yeah, let's start with Follow-Up Franny, and then I'm going to show you the other things. So I'm going to try and share my screen now. By the way, guys, now I'm going to be sharing screen. I cannot see what you're saying. Just if you want to ask a question or add something, just unmute yourself. Okay, just unmute yourself and say it, because I am not going to be seeing it. And we're going to see Follow-Up Franny. So you may have already heard people talking about it, because she is awesome. The reason I created Follow-Up Franny is because I was very bad at following up with people. So I was putting a lot of work into, and say in the chat, if you've been there too, because I really love to find out from you if you're experiencing the same issues, because then I can get to figure out how to solve them. I would be putting a lot of work, like every week, from what my coaches told me, into generating leads or generating clients or meeting new people, etc. And then because we do that thing every single week, they just keep piling up. And I did the math, and I realized the numbers are staggering. And if it was working, what I was doing, I should just be overbooked with clients. I should have to clone myself twice to just work with the people that I was reaching out to and creating connections with. So something wasn't working. So I realized a lot of my work was just going to waste because I wasn't following up with the people. I wasn't keeping in touch with them, right? And so this is the reason why I said I need a system. And it's not I could never work with post-its. Some people are fantastic at working with post-its, but post-its don't keep history, for instance. So what I really need is to be able to go back to a conversation, and let me know if that's you as well. You want to go back to a conversation that you had a couple of months ago and see what you were talking about with the person, because a lot of people are not ready. Most people, like maybe 3% of your audience is ready to buy now, and the rest of them are not ready. So you want to keep in touch with them. And of course, you want to have them on your email list, but you also want to have people that you're going to reach out to individually. Like I reached out to most of you individually in Messenger yesterday, probably, right? So because I had a list. So I'm going to show you how I do this in Trello. So you can change your journal, somebody just joined, I think. Yeah. You can change your journal, your notes, your post-its, your Excel into Trello. Trello is my CRM system. By the way, CRM system does everybody know? Is there somebody who doesn't know what CRM means? Because I know there's a lot of, misconceptions around CRM. So let me just see in the comments here. Right. It's totally fine. Okay, so there's a misconception, and I don't want you to be sold on software that doesn't solve your problem. A CRM means customer relationship management. So this is, we want to discern it from an ESP, which is email service provider. So an ESP, email service provider, is somebody as a software, like for instance, MailChimp, MailerLite, Klaviyo, ActiveCampaign, that will allow you to send those mass emails. Okay. And CRM is software that allows you to store information about your clients, like a lot of information, your contracts, your payments, schedule the payments, maybe even sell to the clients, do the follow-up, etc., etc., etc. So these are very separate. Sometimes we have software, like for instance, Go High Level can do both of these things. But a lot of times, what we need at this like initial stage of business, we need the email service provider, just because we don't have the amount of clients, the bulk of clients that we would actually need a CRM software. So I am always pro saving your money and spending on software an amount of money that is reasonable. So sometimes we buy software and we think, it's going to solve our problems, and it doesn't, because we cannot set it up. And this is why I'm opening Tech Club. And so that's why I'm showing Trello, and everything that I'm going to be showing you is free. So I use it as my CRM, meaning I store my information about my clients, in potential clients in there. And I'm going to share my screen. If anybody has a question, please absolutely ask.
Alex, I have a question around, because I can tell, I use mine for the CRM at the moment. Like how many clients, at what point do you think it's worth going to like a bigger platform, like Go High Level?
So Go High Level costs around $100 a month. It has to be reasonable for you. Like, I think you need to be able to predict income that's going to justify it, basically. Because if you're going to spend $1,200 just on Go High Level, in a year, that's a lot of money. So if I always think that we need to have a proven system of sales. Like, once you prove that your offer is working, that your energy is right, that you're attracting the right people, it's going, like, your business can explode very, very quickly. And so that's a good time for me to invest. This is my personal opinion, and yeah, there's different things. There's so many things that we need to learn. There's so many people that we need help from as entrepreneurs. Like, we need to, it's insane. Like, I am a smart person, and to me, it's fucking insane how many things entrepreneurs need to learn in this world. So there's
There's no limit of contact cards that we can put into Trello? Like,
No.
can we go up to 100? Okay, good. Okay.
One of the reasons I love Trello is because it has no limits. Like most of the limits, I mean, for the way I am using it, there are no limits. Then that is awesome, and it's like a recognized tool. So even if you want to connect it to your Zapier, etc., you can do that. It can be your central tool. Okay, let's go in there. Unless somebody has another question or wants to add something and say they hate or love something, or I don't know. Leslie, Trello and MailerLite are completely different. MailerLite will be delivering your emails to people, sending emails. You can use it to send out your lead magnet and your email campaigns. Trello is for managing what you need to do, basically. You can treat it as a super duper fucking advanced like to-do list. That is amazing. That's your VA. But that's not the little boy that sends the emails, when somebody signs up for your email list. Yeah, sure. Okay, and this is the kind of thing that we're going to be learning in Tech Club, which is my new membership that I'm opening in 11 days. So that's one of the reasons we're here, is I want to raise awareness of that. Okay, let me share my screen. So again, yes, come on. Okay, follow-up Franny. So what is follow-up Franny? So most of you if you have been using Trello, you probably know your columns, right? And that you can have cards and you can move this card around, and basically cards should be flowing from left to right, so that on the right-hand side, we've got the done column, and that's basically it, our whole project. But Trello has amazing automations and power-ups, and also the reason I am using Trello is because of their pricing model. So if I wanted to do the same thing in Asana, for instance, I would have to pay. In Trello, I don't have to pay. It's beautiful. Right, and so follow-up Franny. I'm giving it to you as an example. You don't have to buy it. It's just people see it and they want it. That's why the links are there in the comments. You can get it for just $37 and then never pay again. Follow-up Franny has been set up by me using different power-ups and automations, and it comes even with a course, of how to set it up and how to start using Trello, so that we can store information in a CRM. And I want to give you an example here. So I have some people, that I've contacted here: Angelina Jolie, Leonardo DiCaprio, of course, and then Brad Pitt. We are done for now. I want to show you what's possible, because you probably know from Trello that you can add a card and you can add, a description. Let's say Elton John, right? Let's say I am contacting Elton John right now, and I want to add information about him, maybe from our meeting. So I would put this here in the description, which is the basic functionality of Trello. So I don't know. I'm gonna say Elton John is a cool guy, and a musician, right? And I usually take a lot of notes when I meet. So every week, most of you go to the networking events with me on Wednesdays. We meet a lot of people there, and I put all my notes in here, guys, all of it. The things that are, people mention to me that they have 3 dogs, etc., like Erin. I put it here because I have no memory, and I can easily go back to these notes, and I can mention and ask about it, the next time we see each other. So this is like your space. It's expandable. It is not like a Post-it or not like an Excel sheet. You can expand it as much as you want. But this section here, details, this was added by me, okay? You can store all your details just like in a CRM system. So I can add here musician for Elton John. I can add his email, his phone, when we met. Let's say we met, 2 days ago. Okay, where we met. What is his preferred contact way of contacting him? I have a list here prepared. He likes to get emails. Okay, I will add that here. His social media, and you can add your own here as well. This is all flexible. So this is something that doesn't come with Trello normally. I can even set up my proposal here. So let's say I am in a call with Elton John, and I offered him, a social media management for a 3 months, right? I put a note here, and I said I offered it to him for $50,000. Why not? It's Elton John. And then if he doesn't buy, I can put a reason here, and I can just say that's it. And so this is the information is going to be stored here. I'm just going to close the card right now and show you how you can, do this to follow up with people. So basically, take a look at the columns that I have here. If anybody has a question, again, just ask. Okay, I don't like to wait until the end with the questions because I like to go with the flow. We've got Elton. If I want to, follow up, for instance, with him, like here with Angelina, I can say when I want to follow up with them, and I'm going to see this thing is red. So it means I should have done it. It's already in the past. I should have followed up with her on the 10th of February. It's so easy to see, right? And so let's say I'm back to Elton, and we've already been in a call. He had scheduled a call with me. He had a call with me, and then during the call, after the call, I sent a proposal. So I have a column here where I say I send a proposal to him. It is $50,000, and look, I can see the value of this proposal here. This is not normal Trello functionality. And so if I have more proposals, I can see, which client is worth how much for me. And let's say we had this call like 2 days ago, right? And I want to say that I got to follow up with him. This is the point, which is really important. I got to follow up with him. So I can set up a due date here by clicking here, dates, and setting up a due date, blah, blah, blah. But my follow-up Franny has buttons, which you can also add your own buttons as well. And I just want to say due in 3 days. And with one click of a button, it closes it, and it sets the date to 20th of February. Okay? And so one of the things that follow-up Franny does, that Trello does, is it sends me every week a report of the people that I need to follow up with based on this date. So every week, and you can set it to send it to you every single day, like your personal VA. She comes to you, hands you, your daily donuts and your coffee, and says, these are the people that you need to follow up with today. It's all based on this date. How different is that? How different is that from having an Excel sheet and your Post-its? This is amazing because it is not only clear and visual, it is also nice. It is also really nice because it feels like somebody cares for you. Like you can wake up to that email, and you set up like 30 minutes in the morning for this, and you get it done, and follow-up Franny serves it to you, or Trello serves it to you, right? So this is the kind of thing that's possible. And again, this is possible for free. Now, another thing that you can see here, are there any questions about this? Okay, so we got the calendar here. I can take a look at the calendar and see what's when, whom do I need to follow up when. Very clear, very visual, beautiful stuff. And again, this is not regular Trello functionality. This is an add-on that has been set up in a specific way. And here, these are awesome. These were added only a few months ago to Trello. We've got, it's a little bit of a dashboard that tells you how many cards you have that are overdue, for instance, on this board. So I've got my Angelina, and the ones in red are overdue, and how many are due this week on this board. So it calculates it for me automatically. And, you can see the numbers, and if they are, if this is too big, this should be basically 0, right? You want to get down to 0. It is just awesome to use this kind of tool to get your numbers straight and to show you how many people you need to actually follow up with. I'm going to show you an even more awesome thing in the other dashboard. What else did I want to show you here? Right. So basically, if I want to search for anybody that I met and I know their name, I would just search here for Angelina, and it's going to find Angelina for me. And I click on her. This is the CRM system, and I have everything. And I have everything about her here. Everything that we did. I can add comments here. And what I have in follow-up Franny is labels, which are amazing. And this is the functionality that I use a lot when I meet new people. So I categorize them into what is this person worth to me? Like, what are they going, how are we going to figure out the future for us, basically? So are they, maybe they are already my client, maybe they are good for referrals. So I want to make sure that I also send referrals to them. Maybe they are really an expert at what they do. So when I am planning a workshop, I will invite them to speak at my workshop, or I can easily refer, people to them. Hot means not, Angelina Jolie hot. It just means that we have a good connection. And this is somebody that I feel that is my business bestie, potential client collaboration, and maybe they have a referral fee. This doesn't have to go into your text. It can be labels. And so let's say I want to find everybody in my CRM that is an expert. Okay. Well, I only have like 3 people here, so not a lot are going to be shown. But immediately it filters out all my experts. So this has been thought so that you can search through information in a way that you want it. And also, if I was looking for like a copywriter, I would just put in copywriter, and in my regular follow-up, Franny. Oh, yeah. Basically, people are already showing up, right? This is from my actual follow-up Franny. It's showing me people who are copywriters, so that when somebody asks me for a referral or I need them, I can find them easily. Are there any questions regarding this, or like thoughts? I love to hear your thoughts of how you think, oh, can I use it for this? Can I use it for that? Yes.
Yeah, me. Just it is brilliant.
Oh, yeah. I mean that's Trello. I'm gonna show you another thing with Trello as well. So sorting by labels. So you can do what I have here is swim lanes. So this is what you can do if you want to sort by labels. These are different swim lanes that show only the given labels. So all my experts will be shown here. Again, I only have 3 people in this follow-up Franny. I cannot show you, like personal information. So that's why I'm not showing my actual follow-up Franny. Your referrals will show up here. Hot people, collaboration, etc. So there's just a variety of ways that I added here to display the information, so that when you need it, it's there for you, and it's easy to figure this out. Yeah, if somebody like lives in Florida, for instance, today I was testing it. If I have a note for that, I would just type in Florida, and people are going to show up. There you go. There you go. They are showing up, So I know everybody that I made a note about who lives in Florida. Okay. If there's a hurricane or whatever, I can reach out to them and see how they are. See, this is the power of the system. And you can even add different, you can add your own fields here. So, and this is free Trello again. This is free Trello. Pretty awesome stuff. Okay. Let me go to again, you can get follow-up Franny. There's a link at the beginning of the chat to get follow-up Franny. Let me go now to another thing that I prepared for you, and this is taking longer than expected, which is the case usually with me. I'm sorry. Hopefully you can stay and see this one, because it's a little bit different. If you can't, we are recording, so there's going to be a replay for you. Just let me know that you want that, and I will send that to you. Now, this is working with clients. And again, these are just examples, of how you can use Trello. So let's say you have a new client and they're signing up with you, and you have certain, things that you that you need to do with them until you finish the project. So maybe you are a social media manager. You got to onboard the clients. You got to get certain amounts of information. They need to fill out your forms. Like maybe you have 2 different forms for them, and they need to approve your graphics, and colors. It's a lot of work, right? It's a lot of tasks, and you really want to have those tasks kind of pre-prepared so that you don't do the same work for each of the clients, right? And so what I have here is one Trello board with all of my clients. And again, these are exemplary clients. Actually, tasks are real, but I just changed the client names. So let's take a look here. So the way this is set up, and you always need to figure out how you want to set up your Trello. This is the fun part, is I have my labels here. right? But the labels are client names. So I have tasks for all my clients in one Trello board. How do I not get lost in that? Because I have my swim lanes, and the background, sorry, it's not perfect. I have my swim lanes, and I can see by client all of my tasks here. So each of my clients has their separate kind of small little, Trello board, but I can see what needs to be done in one Outlook. I don't have to switch between clients, between client boards, which is another setup that you can do that. But I don't want to do that. I want to see all my tasks, at one hand. And another thing that is, again, non-standard Trello functionality, take a look at this here. So let's say, I have for Maria, figure out how to add a link in Klaviyo and tag people when they click and record a video for her. So this is the task. The label is Maria. I have a time tracking here. And I can estimate the task. So I estimated it's going to take me 30 minutes. The way to do it is just like so. So I can add 40 minutes here, and it's there. Now, if you're working on an hour-by-hour basis, what you can do here is you can set up your estimate, and then you can either add time. Let's say I know that I spent today 30 minutes on this, so I'm going to add 30 minutes. Or I know some people, like virtual assistants, for instance, like to track their time. So you can do that. You can start the timer, voila, and it's tracking your time. And you don't need a separate tool. It's all going to be in Trello. And when you're done with the task, you can just stop the timer, just click on it, and it has added 1 minute here, right? So I can now have I have an overview of how long tasks take me. And if I need to report to my client for some reason, I can do that. But for instance, I started doing that because I have a tendency to always underestimate. I don't know if you have that thing as well. The issue in IT, in my first job in IT, I would estimate the amount of time that tasks would take me. Then my boss would come. He would multiply by 2, give the number to our sales guy, and he would multiply by 2 again. And that was fucking accurate. That was accurate because there's always issues. So ultimately, you want to multiply by 4. And I actually, put an example here to set up the Dubsado. I estimated 1 hour, and it took me 4 hours because I had to learn as well, right? So this is information for me. And so what we can do with this is, wait, where's my button? Where's my button? Oh, here. I can do now, take a look at this. I can take a look at all this time here, my estimate, and the time that I actually spent on this. And I can select group by label. And all my clients, I can see how much was my estimate and how much my time was. Okay. And I can even export it to a CSV and have it in Excel with like 3 clicks. This is insane. It's amazing. It's amazing. So that's a way to work with your clients. Also here, as you can see, I have special additions that show me how many cards or how many tasks are in each list, right? So that's really cool because you can just take a look in the morning and see, okay, 3 of my tasks need input. Now, well, that means that maybe I need to reach out to my clients, and you can also have a due date in there, right? Now, let me show you another thing here. The thing that I had been working on so long today. Okay, so one of the things that I added here was, let me show you here on this card. I have added a button that says move to needs input. Move to needs input, because I could either, like Amish, just do it manually, move it to needs input. But I have a button that I am going to use on this card and click. And what this button does, there's actually an additional automation there. And you see it added a due date here. I can also automate it so a due date is always added. So when I move things to needs input, I probably want to, I need some information from my clients. So I got to ask them and then fucking nag them. Hey, did you get this? Did you get this? Did I get, some of you are my clients. So, my nagging, right? So this automatically adds my due date. And I can have reporting also on that, again, sent to my email address, right? Pretty cool stuff. Now, this is the culmination, and we're going to be finishing here. Questions about this or, remarks? Did you know that Trello can do this?
No, I had no idea.
That's why I love Trello. Free, guys, free. Okay. One last thing. So let's say you have a special price. So let's say you are signing up, as a social media manager, one of your clients, another client to one of your packages, and the tasks that need to be taken within that package. So what you can do is create a template of a card that's already pre-filled, and I have created some templates, and I'm going to say, this is the project where I am going to be creating and implementing an email sequence for my clients. So I already know what tasks are involved, right? So I'm just going to click on this, create a task from this email sequence, and I'm going to create the card. That was 2 clicks. And I'm going to open it now and see, I need to assign my client to it. So I'm just going to add a label, and I can add a label. I'm just going to add the new client label that I created for you today, right? Okay. What this task has here is a checklist of things that need to be done. So I need to obtain the lead magnet PDF, the graphics, the text of the emails, the link that I need to be there, and schedule an onboarding session. And I have this as a task list. And what I am going to do, right, if I start working on this project, I'm going to be just finishing these tasks. And probably, maybe all of them are going to be completed at once, because maybe all of them are completed during the onboarding session. So I don't want a separate card for each of these tasks. I just want to have them as a checklist so I can quickly check them off. So I created a card from a template. This is all I did, right? Now, check this out. I am going to say, this is actually done, and done. And now I have completed my checklist. And Trello is already working on it. You didn't see this, but what happened was Trello moved the card with my new client label card to done, to the done column. The email sequence preparation was done to the done was moved to the done column, and it created a new card, which is my next task in the to-do list, which is email sequence implementation. So it wasn't blurring my picture before, but now I have this new task, this new kind of card that is email sequence actually implementation. I have all the information that I need. Now I need to start the work. So I have this task. And again, this task, look at this. This is magic. Has a list here. Okay. I'm going to assign this to my new client. And these tasks are generally bigger. This is the checklist, but these tasks are bigger, like setting up an email provider, adding all the emails. It may take me a little bit of time. So I want to see, to more granularity, what tasks I have here. I would like to see these 3 tasks from my checklist. These 3 tasks, I would like to see them as separate cards. And what I have created underneath is an automation that does it for me. So what it does is when I move this card into this list in progress, things are happening automatically. What it did is it created 3 separate tasks now. So I can assign one task to my VA, I can assign one task to me, and all these 3 tasks can be in different states. For instance, maybe, the setup email provider, maybe this needs input from my client because they need to provide me with their passwords in LastPass, right? So I can move it there. And another automation that I have created underneath is this. So we've got our task that is email sequence implementation, and it consists of 3 tasks. I can see it here. It's a checklist of 3 tasks that have been created here. 1, 2, 3. Now again, let me just show you. I can go to swim lanes, and I can see for my new client, where's my new client here, what tasks I have for them, right? And I can work from here maybe. And let me say that I have done this. I've set up the email provider. And what Trello will do, I don't know if it's going to be updated here. No, I need to go to the normal view. What it did is, you see now one of the tasks is completed. So let's take a look at what's happening in this big mama task. It has completed the setup email provider task, right? Now, when I move the other 2 tasks into the done section, it's going to keep marking them as completed. So now I have 2 out of 3. And the last one will go here. I have 3 out of 3. When I have 3 out of 3, this is another automation. That card is moves to done. It moves to done. And so now my email list is clean. And I even have a button here. So this list is going to be growing, and all my done tasks, it just keeps growing and growing and growing, right? I created an additional button here to clear all the done tasks, and it's going to clear all the tasks from this done list. So my list is always beautiful and clean, and it has all the tasks that I'm currently working on. Yes, this is the end of the presentation. Now, who loves it? Who hates it? Marty, you love it. Okay, that's awesome. Awesome. Brita, you love it. Yes. How was that? Yes. Okay, I have comments here.
I have a question, Alex. Will
Yes.
it so you have all your done tasks. Will it archive them in some way? Does it just clear them, or does it archive them in some way?
It archives them. So Trello has 2 statuses of tasks and boards as well. The first one is to archive, so we can still retrieve it and see it. The second one is to delete.
Okay.
Yeah. Second one is to delete. Trisha says she loves it. Yes. Okay. Leslie says, thank you so much. I'm going to just go through the comments to see. You sort by the labels. Brand new to Trello. Yeah. Okay. And there's one. Dawn wants the recording. Okay. Yes. Okay, fantastic. Love it. Now, okay, just one question for you guys before we finish. And again, you can get follow-up, Franny. Let me know if you want the other board for working with clients, because that's a little bit more. It's going to need some adjustments on how you work with clients, but I could do like a course on, how to set that up. So let me know in the comments or in the DMs if you're interested in that. This is to get follow-up, Franny, for yourself. I want it all. Okay, awesome. Debbie, I think you want to join Tech Club. If you join Tech Club, by the way, guys. Okay, the recording, yes, it's recording. The boards, okay. The Franny, I will send that over to you, Lori. Tech Club. Tech Club is where we do stuff like this. I mean, I teach you and then we set things up. So it's going to be basically Tech Club is led by people. So you bring your problems, you bring your technical challenges, and we solve them. And it's a club. It's not a course. It is not rigid. It is flexible. It is driven by people. We're going to be meeting every other week and solving your issues. We're going to start with setting up a landing page, a lead magnet, and whatever software you have. You don't have to buy any software that I am like promoting in there or whatever. You can use your own software. There's always a Q&A. If nobody has the software that you're using, you can stay for the Q&A and I will help you figure it out. Okay, Brita, thank you. And yeah, it's all just meant for you to be building your tech, because I consider tech to be the backbone of your business. Like, you have to have it. Seriously. People used to play chess by sending, I was thinking about it, like, why do we need tech? Why do we need tech? And then I think of the old times. And I am a melancholy girl. And I think of the times when people would, send each other like letters with chess moves and play chess, and like you would wait for another move for like a month or two. And maybe business was done like differently that way, in those days. But right now, we have to be productive. We absolutely have to be productive. And this is why I'm super excited about Tech Club, and this is what the Tech Club is all about. Okay, awesome. You guys love it. So how do I do this? Guys who love it. Okay, I have your names here, so I think that's gonna be fine. Client board. Alrighty. I did not foresee this. I hope that the chat is going. Hello, who is that? Yes, I have an eye for dogs. Is this a puppy? No, this is the older one, is it? Erin, you are on mute.
No, she's the puppy. She's the one that needs the attention.
She's Tricks. Okay,
Trixie.
Perfect. Learning how to.
She needs this tech lesson.
That's cute. Okay, guys, I'm trying to save the chat. I'm sorry, I just don't know how it works yet. Right, if you don't get something from me, just reach out to me on Facebook, and I will give you anything you need. I'm like also open to ideas. Anyway, Tech Lab. Early bird discount is finishing in like a few hours. I don't know, 7 hours. It's only $77 a month, which is crazy, because every other week you get this craziness here, for like 60 to 90 minutes. It's fucking insane. Then it's going to go to normal price. You will still get your founders benefits. One of the things that is awesome right now for founders is that if you invite 2 people to Tech Club, you get it for free. If you invite 2 people to Tech Club, you get it for free. It's fucking insane. So you want to join? Oh, Martin, that's awesome. Yes. So Martin signed up. Yes. And I only have 20 people, 20 spaces in there. We're starting on the 28th. If you have any questions, let me know. Whew. Right. And that's all from me. So I would love some feedback from you guys. What you want to hear more of, I love to get ideas from you. I know you love this because, you have to be insane not to love Trello. Seriously, Trello is amazing. JK, thank you. And if you have questions about Tech Club, you can ask them now. And if you gotta go, that's okay. You can always ask me via email. Just take care. Yes, take what is the word? Use the discount. Use the early bird discount. If not, then you're going to just have the founders bonuses, which are amazing as well. And there's emails from you, from me. Okay. Fantastic. I think that's all. If anybody stays quiet, if you have anything against this marriage, may you speak now, or else stay quiet forever. That kind of moment. Okay. Oh my goodness. I loved you guys. So many of you showed up. Seriously. I thought I was going to be here alone. So this was amazing. Thanks so much. I will reach out to all of you. Yes. Love you guys. Bye. Ooh. Wait, I got to stop the recording.